Hello everybody. Snow blankets Moscow. The call to prayer echoes from the Grand Cathedral Mosque. Inside, a fair-skinned woman wearing a deep blue hijab sheds silent tears. Her name is Aisha. She was once Claire, born and raised in the heart of Paris. Who would have thought, in a Western world often hostile toward Islam, the number of converts keeps growing. But what's even more surprising, they're not only embracing Islam, but many are choosing Russia as their new spiritual home. Russia, a vast nation once seen as the global symbol of communism, has become a new destination for converts seeking peace and purpose in Islam. They come from Europe, America, even Southeast Asia, not just to visit, but to stay and build a new life as practicing Muslims. I never imagined I'd find religious freedom in Russia, not in my own homeland, says Omar, a former U.S. Marine now living in Kazan, teaching children how to read the Qur'an. This is not an isolated incident, it's a growing wave. Converts describe Russia as a place where no one suspects you for wearing hijab, no one judges you for praying, and no one fears you for calling upon Allah. The answer is unexpected. Russia gives them space, not just legal rights, but also social acceptance and respect. Mosques stand tall in major cities. The call to prayer can be heard in public. Muslim communities support each other, and the general population, once associated with atheism, is now showing surprising openness to Islam. A convert from the UK, Yusuf, formerly Daniel, says that in Russia, Islam is not something that needs to be hidden. In London, I was afraid of being labeled an extremist. Here, I can wear my thwab and kufi without getting suspicious looks. Many scholars have called this phenomenon part of the revival of Islam from unexpected directions. Russia, once a suppressor of religion, is now a land where faith, especially Islam, is rising strong. Is this just a passing trend, or is there a greater divine plan unfolding behind it all? One thing is certain, Russia is no longer just a cold country with a dark past. It has become a new home for seekers of light. And the wave of converts choosing Russia may be just the beginning of a greater story, yet to be written. The sun slowly rises over the Volga River. In the distance, the dawn call to prayer breaks the silence of Kazan's morning. Its clear voice echoes from the towering Kol Sharif Mosque standing proudly in the heart of the city. This scene is not only beautiful, it's historic. Once, uttering the word Islam in Russia would make people lower their gaze or shudder. Mosques opened only in secret. Holy scriptures were hidden, and young generations barely recognized Arabic letters. But today, Islam is no longer whispered. Islam is now proclaimed. Mosques stand tall in many major cities. In Moscow alone, there are more than 4,000 active mosques. And these aren't empty buildings. These mosques are alive. Prayer rows fill up. Children learn to recite the Qur'an. Study circles are held regularly, attended not only by traditional Muslim ethnic groups, but also by new converts eager to seek knowledge. We never expected Russia to become such a center for dawah. MashaAllah, this is a sign of the times, says Ustaz Salman, an Indonesian preacher now active in St. Petersburg. Several cities are now known as Islamic oases in modern Russia. Kazan, the capital of Tatarstan Republic, a symbol of harmony between Islam and local culture. The Kul Sharif Mosque here is a national pride. Grozny, the capital of Chechnya, known not just for its conflict-ridden past, but also for the spiritual revival of Islam. The Heart of Chechnya Mosque is one of Europe's largest. Makhachkala in Dagestan, Islamic madrasas flourish, producing thousands of hafiz and young scholars. Moscow and St. Petersburg now host vibrant, professional and influential Muslim urban communities. Even more striking, Islam now thrives not only in mosques and pasantren. Media, education, and academic worlds are starting to acknowledge its presence. Islam-themed TV programs air openly. Universities in Russia offer Islamic studies departments. Classical Islamic books are translated into Russian and displayed in public bookstores. Many non-Muslims attend open discussions about the Qur'an and the Prophet Muhammad. We want to learn about Islam directly from its source, not from Western media, says Alexei, a philosophy student at Moscow State University. According to the latest report from the Russian Mufti Council, over 25 million Muslims live in Russia, and the number is growing. Every year, thousands of new converts declare the Shahada across the regions. Approximately 15% of Moscow's population is now estimated to be Muslim. There are over 7,000 mosques throughout Russia, with numbers steadily increasing each year. These figures are more than statistics. They are proof that Islam is quietly but surely rising in the heart of one of the world's most powerful countries. Where once Muslims in Russia were like uninvited guests in their own country's history, today they are not only accepted, they are respected. Muslims are no longer just a part of Russia, they are an essential part of the new Russia, more spiritual, more diverse, and stronger. Contrary to the common notion that Muslims are always oppressed minorities in the West, Russia tells a different story. Today, thousands of Muslim soldiers serve in the Russian military, performing their prayers without obstacles, with dedicated prayer facilities in barracks and bases. During the annual military parade in Moscow, commands are often heard in Tatar and Chechen, two major Muslim ethnic groups. More than that, Muslim figures now sit in parliament, serve as governors, and even advise the president. The Chechen Republic, majority Muslim and led by Ramzan Kadyrov, is one of the most loyal regions to the central government. We are Muslims and we are also Russian, citizens ready to defend this country, said a Muslim officer in a state event interview. This blend of loyalty and faith makes Islam not just accepted, but respected as part of the national strength. What makes Muslims feel secure in Russia? One key reason is President Vladimir Putin's attitude. Putin openly expresses his respect for Islam. He calls Islam a part of Russia's history and future, and often attends major Islamic celebrations. While many European leaders ban the call to prayer and face veils, Putin supports building mosques and Islamic schools. Under his leadership, Moscow Cathedral Mosque was renovated and expanded. Eid al-Fitr is recognized nationally. Laws protect Muslim religious rights equal to other faiths. We do not differentiate between Muslims, Christians, or anyone else. Everyone has the right to practice their religion, Putin said in a meeting with Islamic scholars. Many say Putin's relationship with Muslims is more than tolerance. It is a smart and sincere national strategy. From a spiritually dry West, converts now turn northeast, to a land once seen as cold and harsh, now warmed by the light of Islam. Russia is changing, not becoming an Islamic state, but becoming a country where Islam is allowed to grow peacefully. For converts from Europe and America, Russia offers something rare, a place where faith can live without fear. This phenomenon may confuse the world, but for those who believe guidance comes from anywhere, it is a great sign that Allah will elevate Islam from unexpected places. Russia, once known for atheist tyranny, is now a land of migration, a new home for seekers of truth, and this is just the beginning. From Claire in Paris, who became Aisha in Kazan. From Daniel in London, who became Yusuf in Moscow. Their stories prove one thing: Islam is not owned by one nation, nor by one continent. Islam belongs to all open hearts. And perhaps from the cold Russian snow, a new generation of Muslims will emerge bringing light, not just to the East or West, but to the whole world.